Should you still be buying Blu-rays or should you wait for the 4K? Let's talk about it. What is up, everybody? I am Mace from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a beautiful day, night, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I hope this video finds you well, and I just wanted to do a little discussion video because there may not be a conclusive answer to this question because I myself am caught with this struggle. But I feel like every single movie collector throughout the years have gone through the struggle of like, oh, I want to get this movie, but oh, what if it's on DVD? Or what if it's on Blu-ray? What if it's on 4K? I myself started collecting around last July, so this has officially been my 1 year collecting anniversary. And when I started, I literally was watching movies on my computer monitor, my 4K computer monitor, playing Blu-rays through my PS4. And then, as months go by, I decided to upgrade to 4K, get a player, get a 4K TV and all that stuff. But I actually had a somewhat sizable collection. Now, granted, I did get all of those Blu-rays for like $5 each, some for $10, but for the most part, it was $5. But still, that's still $5, gone the drain if I, was planning on upgrading. But I never was planning on upgrading because I didn't know where I was at, when buying movies. I'm like, oh, it's a $5 movie. Might as well pick it up. I can watch it on my, TV. I don't have to worry about, finding a sneaky link and, getting it a bad quality. Because I've always been a really big visual file. Like if it's 720p or less, I can't watch that shit. It doesn't engross me. It's too pixelated. It's too low res. But again, I am of the age of watching YouTube in 240p. But when it comes to movies, I think it's a big difference between watching videos and watching movies, because movies have so much effort put into them. A lot of the depth and a lot of the quality of the movie comes from its cinematography, comes from the actual quality of the filmmaking. So, obviously you want it, I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyways, I want to talk about, buying a Blu-ray and then having it come out in 4K, and should you be stagnant on whether you want to pick that up? Like for me, I'm craving a Rocky rewatch. Like I've been wanting to rewatch the entire Rocky series, and I see like the whole like heavyweight trilogy for $20, but I'm like, dude, what if they release a 4K set and I've wasted my $20? Editor's note, Stallone just confirmed that there will be a Rocky 4K set. So I do want to off myself. I literally just freaking bought the goddamn Rocky Blu-ray set. I did the same thing on last Boxing Day, December 2021. I was like, oh, The Godfather probably won't get a 4K restoration for another couple years. I might as well get this for the Coppola restorations for $20. Literally 2 months later, they announced that they're making a 4K. And I'm like, wow, I'm shit out of luck and I can't return it. But that's kind of the situation I found myself in. Also, recently, things like Platoon. I recently got Platoon. I paid $8 for this because I'm like, it's been years since the 4K format comes out. This is an iconic film. If it hasn't been on 4K yet now, it probably won't be for another few years. And then freaking Shot Select announced that they're making a 4K, and I wasted my $8. Like I got this like a few weeks ago. So now I'm like, I don't even want to watch this Blu-ray because I feel like, because this is a first time watch for me, right? I've never seen this movie, and I heard it's a fantastic movie, great cast, great acting, great directing, and a great war film overall. So if I want to watch it, I feel like the first time experience should be on a 4K disc, with HDR or Dolby Vision and, full 4K quality. So now I'm like, wow, I wasted $8 on this. Same with, now this is a different kind of case, but same with Drive. Now this is a beautiful looking Blu-ray, but I know there's a 4K out there, even though it's a UK exclusive. Who knows, maybe one day there's going to be a 4K, but I bought this fairly recently, like a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago, a few months ago. And now I'm like, wow, is this obsolete? Is this Blu-ray obsolete that I've already spent like $5 on? But I mean, again, it's still $5. Going down the line, 310 to Yuma. I know there's a 4K out there, but at the time I was like, I probably won't ever. So it's like, I feel like I'm getting stuck in between like, oh, now people are like, oh, 8K TVs are coming out. LG just announced their 88-inch LG OLED 8K TV, and that looks freaking amazing. I'm probably not gonna get it because it's like $25,000. But still, people are now trying to get into the 8K market, even though 8K probably won't be a thing for a few years. I've been collecting like a fucking madman. I have a shit ton of Blu-rays. I have like 400 movies in my collection. 200 of them are 4Ks. And it's like, will I be in another position where I've spent easily thousands of dollars on Blu-rays just for them, on 4K Blu-rays, just for them to make an 8K Blu-ray? Like, is that a thing? Because I remember a lot of people were discussing that. And it's like, are you gonna get 4K or should you wait for the 8K Blu-ray? And it's like, and then it's like, oh, your eyes don't really perceive detail that well. And I'm like, dude, fuck, I have no idea. So I'm stuck in this position where it's like, man. But again, I mean, like, I feel like the social norm has been, 2K 1080p has been, pretty standard viewing for the past at least 20-25 years. It's like industrialized. Every projector nowadays, at least most projectors, project in 2K. Most films are, have a digital intermediate of 2K now. There are some outliers that have, 4K intermediates, things made on film. But again, it's kind of like the outlier, the majority of cinema, the majority of Hollywood, still, renders their movies in 2K. So is it that big of a deal? I don't know, dude. I'm like stuck in this position where it's like, again, Mad Max got it on 4K recently. Now this is useless to me, but I've spent money on this. This is hard-earned money. This is at least $20 that I've wasted. Something like Raging Bull just released on 4K, the Criterion, which I'm gonna get. But it's like, dude, like, what the fuck? Like, I just got this, and now that they now released a 4K. Like, I feel like companies should give a 1-year announcement, even if it gets delayed. At least it lets the people know, like, hey, if you have this, you can sell it off. Or hey, if you're planning on watching this movie, hold up on the 4K. But they're never gonna do that, right? Because they want you to buy this. But again, I bought this used for like $8, so it's like, it's a whole different scenario. But it's like, yeah, I mean, like, this never-ending spiral of like, oh, I'm not gonna get it because I want to wait for the next iteration. It was never like this in VHS time. Everyone who is older than the age of like 20 has at least a shit ton of VHSs, or once had a shit ton of VHSs, because that was the way to watch movies, right? Unless you go to the movie theater or you catch it on TV. If I wanted to watch Star Wars right now and it wasn't showing on TV, I was shit out of luck. That's why people would buy physical media, because hey, I can watch this whenever I want to, however I want to. I can go to a friend's house and watch the same disc. I don't have to schedule the TV guy to see, ooh, look, Godzilla 1950 whatever, 1930 whatever is playing. Let's stay for that. If I already had the VHS, it'd be the same thing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm in the position where it's like, I'm okay with it. I feel like 4K is the max that will be ever in cinema, at least for the next 10-15 years. So by the time I'm 30-35, I feel like I'd have no qualms. If I could probably just sell these off for like, because a lot of these are really good, and I feel like once we get maybe once we get to that type of technology in 2035, maybe it'll be fantastic upscaling. Who knows? I mean, the future is open for a possibility of whatever may come opportunities. So again, it's like, I don't know. But I'm not saying that certain things are obsolete. Like, Blu-rays are not obsolete. That Drive Blu-ray, this looks fan-freaking-tastic. This might be my next video of like the best looking Blu-rays in my collection, because this has a hell of a lot, really good sharpness, a lot of good contrast, and it's like, is the 4K even worth it? But obviously there are, certain things like the box set, whatever. But it's like, yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm going in spirals, but like, I just came to that conclusion. I think I saw someone else talking about this, and it's like, because again, cinema, Hollywood is mostly focusing on 2K content, especially with how heavy CG and how reliant they are with CG to reduce budgets, to increase profit margins and all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, are Blu-rays obsolete? No, not really. Should you wait for a upgrade? I don't know, like, because it's like, you never know what kind of movies get upgraded. Like, I got, like, Alligator got a 4K release. Weird movies you don't expect are getting 4Ks are getting 4Ks, and movies that are staples of Hollywood don't even have 4Ks scheduled. It's like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. What do you guys think? Do you think it is worth it to wait to buy a movie for it to have a higher resolution release, or like, If you know there's a movie that you really wanted to see, maybe it's a blind buy, and you're like, dude, do I want to get it now? It's like $7 but if I wait a few months, I'll be able to watch it in 4K in its most preferred quality. It's like, it's such like a never-ending spiral. I feel like I'd go crazy. I'd be like, oh, I'd never buy a movie again unless they're 4Ks, because I know a lot of people only collect 4Ks. But then it's like, what if 8K comes out and there's gonna be like, oh, now there's 4D or something integrated, 4D or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, that was the video of today. I just wanted to ask you guys, because I was always wondering about that. It's like, you know, people who collected a shit ton of DVDs, now it's, you know, permeating all over thrift stores, because people who, you know, took the time to, you know, collect all those movies, they're now useless because they're a lower res. If you ever wanted to watch a movie, you'd at least watch it in HD, not in freaking 480p. So it's like, will there be a time where we look back at like 4K and be like, or like we look back at Blu-rays like, bullshit, I don't need this. Oh man, like I always had those thoughts, like you know how sometimes we watch older movies or we watch movies about the past, like, oh my god, I can't believe they lived like that. I feel like you think in the future people look back on today's culture and today's technology like, oh my god, they used to use cell phones that weighed a pound, or they used to have TVs that were thin. Oh my god, we don't even have TVs anymore. We just have like projection that emits from out of space. I don't know. But I just want to talk about that, yeah. So let me know down below. What do you guys think? Do you think it is worth it to wait for an upgrade? Or do you think Blu-rays are still good enough that you can buy a movie and it's like... But then again, it's like, am I wasting my money? Because what if there's a 4K? I mean, because some people don't really care about 4K. There's some guy commented on my video saying that like 4K is bullshit, Blu-ray is bullshit. You should only like project or something, or on film. And then a lot of people don't have access to that, so it's kind of a wasted argument. But yeah, you know, because some people don't even like discs, right? They don't like digital discs. They like, you know, the film, pure, you know, actual negatives being streamlined through their projector. But it's just a whole can of worms that I wanted to open, because I wanted to know what other people thought, because I thought it was very interesting. But yeah, so that was my video of today. Thank you so much for watching that video of mine. If you enjoyed this discussion topic, please make sure to leave a comment and what you think about it. Leave a like also and subscribe, because it is free and it means a whole lot to me. Thank you so much. I've been Mace from the Mockbuster YouTube channel. Please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. Please stay safe and God bless. Peace, cheers, and long live physical media. See you guys at Baston.